Yo, what is up guys? Boris here, coming to you guys with a long-awaited video. I'm really sorry I took off pretty much a few months, but I appreciate all the patience that you guys had with me, and that really does mean a lot to me. It means the world. So appreciate all the patience you guys had, but I'm back. I have a list of videos that I want to make for you guys, and the first video that I decided to work on is a Big Mom and Brook Legend Showcase. Now, I might have already done this in the past, but if you guys didn't know by now, most of you do. Global is finally getting the Whole Cake Island Sugofest, which does include both Big Mom and Legend Brook, as well as they're getting an exclusive Legend Whitebeard. So a new Legend Whitebeard, which is going to be really awesome. Hopefully Japan gets that soon because he's really good. And I figured that since Big Mom is going to be a really impactful legend, really powerful legend, I'd go ahead and make a quick guide for you guys just to go over why I think she's really worth pulling for. And if you can go for her, if you can get her, she's going to be really amazing, especially on Global. So definitely, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. And let's get started by taking a look real quick at what Big Mom does. Now, I guess I forgot to mention, Big Mom is actually getting a 6+ on Global as well. I don't know if it'll be a Global first. I mean, I assume so because I assume it's coming out in a few days. But again, hopefully Japan gets it soon so I can show you guys how it works. But unfortunately, I can't. So keep in mind, everything I talk about in this video, Big Mom 6+ is going to be even better. So here we go. Big Mom, she is really powerful. And she works a little bit, I'd say she's halfway between a regular legend and someone sort of like Cavendish. If you guys don't remember Cavendish, he would boost himself as part of his special and as part of his captain ability. So he would be really good. But the problem is that the rest of your team would be a little bit worse than him. Big Mom is really powerful and also boosts herself, but unlike Cavendish, her boost is just so insane that she's 100% worth running. So to start off, she's kind of like Legend Lucy, where you boost red, blue, and green. And unlike Legend Lucy, you don't have to run all three. You can run any combination. And she has a really weird mechanic, but it's going to be worth it if you can understand how it works. So first off, boost HP in all three modes. So HP by 1.2, really nice, combined with the Revolutionary ship, which most of you guys should have by now. Also, Big Mom is getting a, on Japan, she has her own ship, which helps her out a lot if you can get it. I'll probably do a showcase video on that as well. I don't have it yet, but I'll probably do it tomorrow or something, and I can show you guys how she works with her ship, and also a quick guide for when that dungeon comes out on Global. But she already by herself boosts 1.2 times HP, and then she has a new type of orb that's associated with her. It's called the Semla Orb, and it pretty much counts like a recovery orb. In fact, I believe recovery orbs you don't get with her. You only get Semla Orbs. And they count as beneficial. So right away, really awesome effect. That's going to work in all three modes. Now in her base mode, she's a 3.5 base captain. So right off the bat, nothing too bad. I know 3.5 isn't the best, but trust me, you're not going to be at 3.5 for too long. That's just the base, which is really good. And again, she boosts red, blue, and green. Now, the way she works is that if you consume one of the Semla Orbs, she goes into a mode. If you don't consume the Semla Orb, she goes into a different mode. So like I said, you're going to get out of that base mode really quick. So first off, in the powered up mode, she pretty much just gets a boost to the captain effect. So instead of 3.5, she becomes a 4 times captain. And then she also has a little bit of damage reduction. And if you have the 6+ mode, she'll boost herself even further. So 6+ Big Mom is going to be insane. I'll talk about that a little bit later. But right away, you get the powered up mode. And the way you get that is just by consuming one of the Semla Orbs, and then you get that mode. Now the problem is, when you don't consume it for, I believe it's 3 turns, she's going to boost herself by 10 times. So this is, again, kind of like Cavendish. She boosts himself. Big Mom's going to boost herself by 10 times, which is the highest multiplier I think you can get in the game. And then on top of that, all her attacks are going to ignore any kind of barrier and any kind of damage reduction. So she is going to hit like a tank. The only problem is she's in an enraged mode. So if you saw the anime, you kind of know how she works. She's kind of enraged. So she doesn't really know who she's going to hit. So I believe the hit's going to be random. She's going to get... the other characters are still going to get a pretty good boost, 3.75, so better than the base. But, like I said, 10 times boost for herself. And on top of that, I believe it's random, so you don't really know. But it goes through barriers and everything. People in Japan call this the auto farm mode. So there technically is no auto mode, I believe, on OPTC. But with Big Mom, you can sort of do that where you just don't consume orbs, and then you can just, you know, tap away once per turn, and she'll take care of everybody. with enough time. So she's kind of, you know, that's kind of the joke on Japan, is that she's the auto farm of the game. I wouldn't go as far as to say you can auto farm with her, but she's insanely powerful, and the damage output is just insane. I'm really impressed with her. And like I said, you're gonna be getting out of that base form really quick, so it's up to you to kind of decide, and you can definitely manipulate it with the kind of subs that you bring, so that you can decide which mode you want to put her on right away. I mean, her enraged mode, if you can just get her into her base powered up mode, is really good, but her enraged mode is also like really powerful. So I have trouble myself deciding which mode I want to put her in right away. Now, the thing about her special is, again, kind of like Cavendish, where she's gonna boost herself. In fact, she boosts the top 2. So if you run double Big Mom, that's really powerful. Even if you don't pull Big Mom, you can use a friend Big Mom, and pair with the right captain, you can do some pretty massive damage. Her attack, first of all, does 250 times her attack, which is insane, to one enemy. But keep in mind that her 6+ form is going to deal 30 times, 300 times, so 50 times, an extra 50 added to the multiplier. And keep in mind that normally 6+s have better stats, so this is going to be insane. The 6+ Big Mom is going to be, she's going to be really powerful. Also, change her orbs to strength, and then if Big Mom is your captain or your friend captain, so in the top 2 slots, she's going to boost the top row by 2 times, and effective orbs by 2 times. So she gives herself, you know, the 2 times orb, 2 times attack, but not just for her. Unlike Cavendish, she does it for both of your captains, so really powerful. And she gives herself an orb. On top of that, if she is a sailor, if she's just she's not a captain, she does it just for herself. Now, if you get her into her 6+ form, she'll also lock orbs for 2 turns, which means that you're guaranteed to get strength orbs for all 3 of your boosted turns, which is really important, because before, if you'd get a strength orb on the first turn, but after that, you're kind of out of luck if you didn't have a way to get her a positive orb. And it also goes through block orbs, so that's no longer a problem for Big Mom as well. So it takes care of a lot of her weaknesses, just on little things that you might not notice, but her 6+ is going to be really powerful. So overall, in terms of her captain ability, and in terms of her, not sailor, we'll talk about that in a little bit, but in terms of her captain ability and her special, she's insanely powerful. Now, add to the fact that she has the limit break sailor ability of when she's the last person to hit in the chain, she gets an extra 350 attack. I'm not sure if this works with her enraged form, but just in her power up form, when you use her special, you're going to be attacking with those last 2 Big Moms anyways. So if you have her or the limit break for the friend captain, whichever one you hit with last is going to deal, again, massive damage. Now, another thing to keep in mind is that not only does she have some of the most damage output in the game, but on top of that, she has 2 really powerful, she has 2 offensive limit break abilities, which is Enrage, which can add, looks at level 5 can add another 300, and then 90% chance to get a 10 extra percent attack is pretty insane if you get that to level 5 as well. So Big Mom, I'm definitely going to be prioritizing her when it comes to tablets, because once she gets her 6+, she's gonna be a tank, a massive damage output, whether she's a sub or whether she's a captain. If she's a sub, again, that sailor effect's gonna help out, and she's a captain, her special alone, combined with her limit break abilities, are gonna be really powerful. So, Big Mom right there. Definitely, if you can pull for her, she's gonna be really amazing. Again, flexible. You can, you don't have the restriction of Lucy. You have to run one of each color. I think you can run any of the 3 in any combination. Massive damage output. Takes care of herself if she's a sub. If she's a captain, takes care of herself and the friend captain. Gets that 10 times attack that goes through barriers. Actually, I believe it's actually 12 times for the 6+. So again, the 6+ is going to benefit from extra stats. Bonus to from times 10 to times 12. Bonus, I believe, in her powered up form, it's 4.25 for herself, and then 4 times for the rest of the crew. A bonus to her special, so strict upgrade. Definitely want a 6+ that if you can. And overall, just a really powerful unit. So obviously, that's who you want to pull for. Let's talk about Brook. Now, here's my Brook, guys. I pulled him during the Whole Cake Island Sugo. Unfortunately, I don't think I have used him yet. He's definitely not someone that you want to chase. So let's say you pull a Big Mom early. I would not recommend chasing for this legend, and that you might never ever use him. Now, I'm not saying he's bad. He definitely has his uses. I compare him a lot to Corazon, where if you pulled Corazon early in the game when he first came out, you probably never used him. But later on, he got more effective as bosses started to become a little more complex and healing became better. Then Corazon starts seeing a little bit more play. Still not someone you use a lot, but you do use him from time to time. So this Brook, he's very unique in that he's the only character in the game with a captain ability that lets you revive, which goes very in line with his ability in the show. And the problem is that you might think that's really good, but his multiplier is trash. His multiplier is 2.75 at max HP, or 99% HP. Otherwise, it's 2 times, which again, the 2 times is back in the beginning, like the first day 1 of the game, that was 2 times. So that's how low his captain ability is. But he does have an interesting way to offset that, is that he does 10% damage every turn to all the enemies. So in a sense, you guys know what you're going to use him for. If you're ever going to use him as a captain, he'll work as a zombie captain using the Rocket Man strat. You can have him at full HP every turn, so you'll at least get that 2.75 boost, which is something. It's not the best, but it's something, especially for zombie teams. But where he shines is his special. His special is actually really, really cool. So first off, he recovers 14,343. If you don't know where that number comes from, it's Yomi Yomi. It's Japanese. They have these number games that they play with words. So for instance, the reason you see Luffy all the time with 5656 is because that's Gomu Gomu. In this case, it's Yomi Yomi, which is his double fruit. So you'll see a 4343 in his special twice. So first off, recovers 14,000 HP, reduces damage by 90%. Again, not bad. And then makes colored orb beneficial for all characters for 2 turns. So again, that's not a bad special. It's definitely awesome. On top of that, he has some really cool abilities similar to Coliseum Shiryu, where he will automatically take out any characters. If the HP of the enemy, the highest maximum HP is below 343, so maybe some annoying subs with barriers or something, you instantly defeat them all. Otherwise, he does delay for 1 turn and then cuts the current HP by 20%. So again, 20% HP cut at worst case scenario. Best case scenario, in like a really kind of niche room, you might be able to wipe the entire room. Other than that, like I said, he heals, damage reduces by 90%, and then makes orbs beneficial. It's okay. Again, nothing that I think I would ever miss if I didn't have him. So that's why I don't recommend chasing for this guy. If you have him though, I mean, again, opens up some zombie team possibilities, opens up a nice special that you could use in like a clutch moment, and really, I will say, like I said before, I've said this a lot of times, this was the character that I was sort of waiting for. Then when I found out that he was kind of mediocre, it was pretty sad. But again, 6+, like anybody else, does give him hope for the future. So don't be too sad if you pull him. He's not that bad. Like he has a pretty nice special. So now, guys, what I want to do is do a quick showcase of them in game, and then just show you guys sort of how they work more accurately. Okay, guys, so I've taken a quick team into the Big Mom Training Forest. It's going to feature a few of the units that are going to be on the new batch. But as you can see, I've gone ahead and put Big Mom into the enraged state. That's the state where she'll attack automatically. I can't even click on it if I want to. This is where she gets a 10 times damage multiplier. The 6+, you get a 12 times multiplier, which is even better. And as you can see, it's all about these similar orbs in this case. So Sanji is a recovery orb manipulator. Any kind of manipulator like that is going to be really important if you want to control how the team's going to work throughout the dungeon. So let's go ahead and see what Big Mom does here. I wanted to showcase this first, then I'll explain how this mechanic all works more in detail. So as you can see, I'm not pressing any buttons, and right after my attack, she's going to hit with what is a hungry, which is essentially a perfect. So she's guaranteed to hit a perfect every turn, and there you go, she hit that enemy. So massive damage right there. You can see she's still in the enraged mode, so she's going to stay in the enraged mode until you eat a Semla Orb. So let's go ahead and eat one and see what happens. So boom, good. Got the orb, and now she should be in her powered up mode. So yeah, you can see instead of it being completely gone, she just has a red outline around her. That means she's in the powered up mode. The powered up mode will occur anytime that you eat a food orb in the previous turn. So in this case, there you go. We got that. Now, if you notice, there's a 3-turn ticker above her special. That 3-turn ticker means that in 3 turns, if you don't consume the Semla Orb, you will go back into the enraged form. So again, that's why it's really important to have a food orb manipulator on your team if possible. It's going to really help. And I believe that the Big Mom ship also does that. So you know that's another reason to get that ship. It's really, really OP for Big Mom teams. But as you can see here, again, she's in the power up mode, which means 4 times multiplier to everyone at 6+. That's going to be a 4.25 to herself as well. So this is kind of the mode that I try to stay in It's the most effective one, but again, when you need that 10 times, try to go for that. So here we go, guys. I'm gonna attack. I'm not gonna consume an orb, so you see what happens. Yeah, I'm not gonna consume an orb, so you guys kind of see what happens here. So now we should go back to the base state, which is a 3.5 multiplier, because I did not consume an orb. And as you see here, turn counter went down to 2. So now I have 2 more turns if I don't consume. That's gonna be a problem. So I'm gonna show you. Well, it's not necessarily a problem. It's probably a good thing. So let's show you guys what happens here. Take a little bit of damage. Yeah, just take one more turn here. And now she should go back into her enraged state. But thankfully we have a similar orb, we can consume it, we can go back to normal. So let's do this. Again, not pressing any buttons. Big Mom's gonna take care of that herself with a hungry hit. Okay, so now let's show you guys how the specials work. So Big Mom, like I said, in her enraged state, in her powered up state, I'm gonna go ahead and use her special. Again, this special is gonna differ depending on it's 6+ or not. But just in this case, she's going to deal, I believe it's, was it 250 times her attack. On top of that, it's going to give herself a red orb. And it's going to power up your captain and friend captain for 3 turns, 2 times orb boost and 2 times type boost. If she's a sub, she'll just power herself up. And then you might as well use both. Let's say that I didn't have a red orb on her, then I would do that as well. But you can see how similar orbs count as matching as part of her captain effect. And you do have that nice HP boost as well, so it's not too bad. Actually, I believe the 6+ boost by 1.3 the HP as opposed to the 1.2. And yeah, that's pretty much all there really is to Big Mom. It looks really complicated at first, but again, just keep in mind, 3 turns if you don't eat, you will enrage. Every turn you do eat, you will go into powered up state. As simple as that. And so now that's why it's important to bring, like I said, someone like Sanji, who will give me the orbs whenever I need them, so that way I don't have to depend on RNG. And so finally, guys, Brook, I would showcase him as a captain, but it's just going to be me dying and he revives. So nothing really to showcase. I'll show a special real quick. Again, it's going to heal me, damage reduction, give me a buff that makes matching color rolls matching for 2 turns. And then I don't know how much HP this Reiju has, but if it's less than no, insta kill. So if it's less than I believe 434,000, it'll be insta kill on everyone in the room. So yeah. Unfortunately, there's not going to be that many rooms where that's going to be good, but like I said, could be really good against maybe like back in the day, early days, we'd have trouble with seahorses and high defense enemies. In those cases, it could be good. But yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, look forward to this character. It's going to be really, really powerful, especially with the 6+. I don't know why they released the 6+ so early. It's crazy. Like Japan doesn't even have it, and it looks like it's going to be a really, really powerful legend. I'll definitely limit break it for those extra stats, and on top of that, just keep in mind that it's going to be a really powerful unit. Try to get those tablets on the enrage and on the critical to deal the maximum damage. And yeah, enjoy the new legend. If you pull it, and if you don't pull it, definitely you can use it as a friend captain as well. So that's it, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Talk to you guys in the next video, and until next time, peace.